Hiya!
Hello!
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit Podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
And we're glad to have you today. I feel like singing.
Why?
I don't know. I was just gonna sing. I was gonna sing something like, today is not Wednesday.
That will make the podcast longer.
Today is Sunday. It's the 9th of October 2016. Don't you feel like you live in a musical? Yes, it is Sunday the 9th of October 2016. And like I said, it's not Wednesday. We're recording early because we're going out of town on holiday. Yay. We'll talk about that more at the end. This is episode 213. Did I say that?
No.
It's episode 213. We're getting close to 221. I feel like we should have like a Sherlock themed episode on 221. You know, if it's 221B. Anyway, we'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys. To all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, no one introduced themselves in the group in the last 4 days.
So sad.
I know. So if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode and you will be able to participate in all our CALs and giveaways.
That's right. I need to say this week in the Mug of Irony, which several of you really like, the Mug of Irony. Smell what's in my Mug of Irony.
I don't like the smell of it, sorry.
It is salted caramel tea. I'll talk to you more
I like
about
salted caramel cookies, but not the tea.
It's good. I have a salted caramel candle as well.
I like
We'll talk
the candle too.
We'll talk more about it in Yummies. But Mug of Irony, hashtag Mug of Irony, Bigelow salted caramel tea. All right. Well, hopefully this is not going to be a super long episode unless we get on a rant or something. I'm saying that to myself because I'm typically the one that gets on the rant. But we've got a little bit of stuff to talk about. We had some birthday goodness happen this week, so we should probably get started. Here we go.
And now we are going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Dammy?
I am still working on this shawlette that I designed that I can't show you because it's a secret. It's on US 5, 3.75 millimeters, and the yarn I'm using right now is the Knitting Goddess 4-ply merino nylon sock in the Alexandrite colorway.
Fun. We never did look up Alexandrite and Amalite and Danburite. We should do that in between here, and then we'll tell you if they are all the same kind of thing. Okay. What else are you working on?
And then I worked more on the body of a little wood pigeon of happiness.
It's headless.
Yes.
That's kind of sad and morbid.
The pattern is Bluebird of Happiness by Sarah Elizabeth Kellner on US 4, 3.5 millimeters. And the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinner's Signature 4-ply in the wood pigeon colorway.
I was so right last week. She did say
I'm ignoring you.
spinachers. I was right.
Miniatures.
Huh?
The miniature walked through the door. Do you not remember this episode of Cabin Pressure?
No, I remember it.
Okay.
You know what just popped into my head? What we should sing on this week's episode because it's apropos. You are 16 going on 17. Because she'll be 17 this Thursday. Bum 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 bum.
Okay, why don't you tell us what's on your needles?
Okay, you guys, brace yourselves. I only have 2 projects on the needles right now. Because I am finishing all the things like I told y'all I was going to do. Except for I'm not finishing my zigzag blanket because that's going to take till 2019. Okay, so speaking of my zigzag blanket, it is the 10 stitch zigzag pattern by Frankie Brown. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. You should go check it out. She has lots of unique patterns. I'm doing this on US 4, 3.5 mil needles, and currently I am knitting with an unknown pink and gray colorway. And I think I have like 6 zigzags done maybe of this stripe. But I will not be taking the blanket on the trip because it's too big. So I will get in, I haven't done a zigzag today. So I'll probably get in 3 more zigzags before we leave. And then I'll work on it again once we get back. And the other thing I'm working on is my Epic Haven poncho, which is a pattern by Holly Yo. It's just called Haven. It's not called the Epic Haven poncho. That's just what I've named mine. I'm on US 8's 5mm needles, and you guys, I am like 97% done. So, ooh, where's the, oh, they're inside there. Okay. I was trying to make sure I was not losing the yarn balls. There they went. I just felt them fall. So I finished, I don't even know what I had done last time. I don't know, I was getting close to the end, but I am working on the ending right now, and then we will get some buttons on this thing and get it soaking. Tuesday, before we leave on Wednesday, I will soak it and lay it out to block so that hopefully it will be completely dry when we get back from our trip. I do have some socks that will be going on the needles, but I'm really excited about them, and I knew if I cast them on, I would want to work on them instead of this. So they're my reward for finishing this. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. I have 11 more rows and the bind off. And then epically I'll have used like, gosh, probably over 3,000 meters of yarn in this. Somewhere around there. I'll give you a final tally next time. And that's everything that's on my needles.
Okay.
All right, but that means I have lots of FOs. Let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about her finished projects.
For this week. For, actually, since Wednesday. And today's Sunday. That's a lot. First up, I can't show it to you, but I finished the sample for the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza 2016 sock pattern that I designed. I did it on US 1.5's 2.5mm needles, and the yarn that I used for the sample is Coop Knit Sock Yeah in the Amelite and Dan Barrett colorways. We didn't look it up. I meant to look it up. I'll try to remember to do it in between the next segments. So I finished that, and we took photos of it today for the pattern and all that stuff. So. Secondly, I finished my I Wish I Lived in Stars Hollow socks. This is from my French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern. I used US 1.5 2.5mm needles, and the yarn is Gnome Acres, House Gnome in the Stars Hollow colorway. I love how it turned out. So it's not self-striping, but it did do a kind of a striping effect. But I really like the heel. It's all lined up. So that means I can take them on the trip and wear them. Yay! And then the other thing, can I give you these to hold? The other 2 things I finished, since we're going to be gone next Sunday, I didn't want to take stuff to do a preemie hat with me, so I did 2 preemie hats to cover for this week and next week. So this is from my free top-down preemie hat pattern. Hat number 41 for the year. Oh wait, they're both done on US 6's 4mm needles. So hat number 41 for the year is Debbie Bliss Rialto DK in the Forest colorway. That's the darker one. And the lighter is Woolcraft New Fashion Double Knitting in the Glacia colorway. And then hat number 42 is Blacker Yarns Tamar DK in the Red River colorway. So that was for the pom-pom, and that used up the last of that. And then Excelana Luxury DK in the Ruby Red colorway, and King Cole Merino Blend DK in the Bark colorway. So 42 preemie hats for the year. And that is everything that I finished this week. I'm super excited about my Stars Hollow socks. They're fabulous. And they're so autumnal, and they're just making me so happy. All right, well, we have some yummies. Yummy. So let's move on to the next segment. Okay, we looked up the thing. So Alexandrite, which is the pink yarn that you're using, it is they're all gemstones. So alexandrite is the rare color change variety of the mineral chrysoberyl. Chrysoberyl? It forms when aluminum and beryllium combine with trace elements like iron, titanium, and most importantly, chromium. Amylite, it's an opal-like organic gemstone found primarily along the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains of North America. It's made of the fossilized shells of ammonites. And then danburite is a calcium boron silicate mineral. It's similar to topaz. And it was named for Danbury, Connecticut. Cool. So yes, all three of those things are mineral gemstone thingy-bobbers. The more you know. Just thought we would impart that wisdom on you. Okay, now on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are yummies, Dammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. And do you know what happened?
What happened?
The fairies magically winged their way across the pond from the US to the UK to get a birthday box of awesomeness to us before we left to go out of town. It was like it just came like immediately. It was not immediate, but it got here fast. So this birthday box of happiness is from our sweet friend Jilly, who is vegan Jilly on Ravelry of the Knitting Broomstick podcast. And she sent us a birthday box of happiness. And so she sent us both chicken boots bags. So mine has the knit stitch on the outside. Sorry, things are falling off my lap. And how cool is this? It's the purl stitch on the inside. And I love that it's see-through at the bottom. This is the yarn I'm going to cast on socks for next. And there's my notions pouch. And what is in yours, Dammy?
Kitties.
Kitties, kitties, meow, meow.
And on the inside, more kitties.
With yarn. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So these are the Charm Keeper style.
This one is called Meow.
Chicken boots. chickenbootsusa.com. That was not all that was in the parcel. Do you want to show her what else? Show them what else was in the parcel. Pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts.
Yum.
Yum. We had these in the past, but they don't have them over here. And so Jilly was so kind to send them to us. She also sent another yummy. Bigelow salted caramel. Yummy caramel tea.
Just one bag.
No, not just one bag. A whole box worth. So the ingredients are black tea, natural flavors, rose hips, and chicory root. It's gluten-free. Yum. It is yummy, and I am really enjoying it. And what else?
Stickers.
Would you like to show yours?
These are Hamilton stickers. I'm not going to say all the things on them, but they're very nice.
And mine.
Yours have pictures.
Our Gilmore Girls.
Yours have pictures. Mine don't have pictures.
These are from Small Town Grace. Let's see. My favorite ones are obviously the coffee one. This one cracks me up. Your Vicious Trollop. That's the lipstick color that Lorelai had Emily put on. I don't like Mondays, but unfortunately they come around eventually. Yeah, I like them all though. And it's going to be very appropriate to put these on in my bullet journal during when we're watching the new Gilmore Girls. What are your favorite ones?
I don't know. I like all of them.
They're all fun.
Yeah.
They make me want to sing though, like when I read them. That was the birthday box of awesomeness from Jilly. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're amazing. We have Doctor Who news to impart on you. In case you don't know. They just announced the Doctor Who Christmas special for this year. is called The Return of Dr. Mysterio. It is a comic book superhero story set in New York. And is it Nardole? Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I think it's Nardole from The Husbands of River Song is back. Nardole. That's how it's spelled. But there is a YouTube video that is in the show notes. So if you have not seen this, you should go to the show notes
GeekyGirlsKnit.com
and watch it because it's there. Okay? Yay, Doctor Who. And then we got another little parcel. How cute is this butterfly? From Naomi, who is Cozy Cute Knits. And she sent me some, she was doing, I think she was knitting socks. And she had leftovers, and I had said, oh, it's so pretty. And she was like, I have enough for you to knit a zigzag stripe. You want me to send it? And I was like, yes, please. So this is Peggy May Yarns in the Sleeping Beauty colorway. It's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% gold stellina. And she also sent
Chocolates.
a box of chocolates. Linder. I love Linder chocolates.
They're yummy.
They are yummy. And we have been eating them. We shared with the hubso because, you know, we're nice like that.
But the rest are for us.
But thank you, Naomi.
It's our birthdays.
It is our birthdays. Thank you, Naomi, and I cannot wait to put this in the blanket. I probably will not put it in next because I'm doing a pink stripe right now, and I'm trying to, like, alternate so it's not just, like, 80 stripes of pink, although that would be freaking awesome. Next on our list of yummies, Dammy, would you like to share something with us?
Sure, I got something.
What did you get?
A jacket.
It's a fake vintage jacket
Yes.
because it is by a current clothes company, but
It's very nice.
we went thrift store shopping.
Thrift shop. Salvation Army.
It was not the Salvation Army. It's thrift shop. It was another one, but yes. My favorite part of the jacket? The elbow patches. It's cute.
I like it.
It's a little bit worn in places, but you know what? We paid £5 for it. That's nothing. So, you also got another plaid shirt.
Yes.
Because she's a little bit obsessed with plaid. Which, like, is totally makes me think back, like, 20 plus years ago.
Did you have lots of plaid?
I didn't have lots of plaid, but I stole Daddy's flannel plaid shirts. Because they were so cozy. But yours are not flannel.
No.
No. But you're enjoying wearing them.
Yes.
You got a new one. Well, it wasn't really new. It's from the thrift shop. We kind of drank in sync there.
Oh.
Bye, bye.
I said this could be a Poe Dameron jacket and a Charles Xavier 70s jacket. 2 in 1.
There you go. There you go. All right, do we have anything else to talk about?
No.
Well, since we just recorded a few days ago, we decided not to do our favorite GGK CraftyPad picks. We will resume with that next episode, but we thought we would go ahead and talk about what it is just in case people don't know. Because you might be new and you might be like, what the heck is CC talking about? It's hashtag GGK CraftyPad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. So we have a list of prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. So for October, the theme is like autumnal, but birthday celebration because it's both of our birthdays in October. So mine was on the 4th and yours is coming up on the 13th. And that's why we're going out of town because we're going to go have a birthday celebration. Okay, so you can jump in on this anytime. Just take a look at the prompt for the day. For example, today on Sunday when we're recording, it's inspired. So you interpret that however you would like. Take a photo, post it on Instagram. Make sure you put hashtag GGK CraftyPad in your caption. Sorry, I was losing it. Because that's how we find your photos. So, yeah, and yours might get chosen. All right, let's talk about upcoming events we're going to be attending. Dammy, you want to tell them about the first one?
Sure, we are going to be vending at the Yarnporium in London on Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of November with Lola of Third Vault Yarns and Sam of Knit Run Dig Project Bags.
That is right. And this is an event hosted by Yarn in the City. And they've announced their classes. So you should go check out their website, yarninthecity.com. And you can sign up for classes or see who the vendors all are coming. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. And then the other event we want to talk to you about is the Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza, which is a retreat that you and I are co-hosting with our friend Sam of Knit Run Dig. And it is going to be on Thursday the 10th of November through Sunday the 13th of November in Farnham, England, which is about 50 miles southwest of London. Just a reminder about what we have going on that you might be interested in. We have a few spaces left. If you're interested in attending the retreat, you can sign up on the website. If you can't attend the entire retreat but want to take 1, 2, or 3 classes, you can do that on the website. The vendor market, which is on Saturday the 12th of November, will be open to the public from 1:30 to 5 p.m. for a £3 entry fee or a knit or crocheted item to donate to charity. If you would like to get in early, you can purchase a golden ticket on the website and get in at 10 a.m. and you'll get a special Geeky Puffin Knitpalooza goodie with your golden ticket. And if you have a business in the fiber arts community and want to donate a door prize and or items for our goodie bags, you can email us, and you can find the ways to do all of these things on our website, which is
geekypuffinknitpalooza.com.
That is correct. We're looking forward to it. It's coming up faster than it's coming up very fast. I think we have, let's see, 2, 1, 2, 3, I think it was 5 weeks from this past Thursday. So it's coming up very quickly. All right, I think that is everything, so let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading and watching.
So what are you reading?
I am still reading Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I'm slowly working through it.
Okay. Anything you want to say about it?
No.
Okay. Are you reading anything else for school? Have you been reading anything?
Nothing interesting.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I am still reading Steadfast Love by Lauren Chandler. That's the nonfiction book I'm reading. And then I am rereading A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness in real time using her The All Souls real-time reading companion. And it's been interesting because I'm finding stuff that I missed when I read it the first time. So I'm enjoying that. I have not read any in The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark yet. It's a book club book. But I'm not going to be there on Tuesday when we discuss it. So, but I still need to read it. So I will try to do that. And then I finished reading Imprudence by Gail Carriger, which it was the second book in the Custard Protocol series. And I enjoyed that. And then I'm reading some books from Kindle Unlimited. And I read the Wisteria Witches series by Angela Pepper. There was 2 books in that series. I had read some of her stuff before. Yeah. So it is like it's a cozy mystery, but with witches. So they were cute. And then now I am reading the She Can ... series by Melinda Lee. I finished reading book 1 and I'm reading book 2. And these are romantic mysteries. The first one, I was like, okay, it didn't end up being who I expected it to be that was the murderer. My guess was wrong. So I like when that happens. I like when the book has such, what's the word? Suspense that I don't know who it's going to be in the end that was the murderer. So, yep, I'm reading that. All right, well, I watched a movie, and then you and I watched a movie in the last few days. I watched Van Helsing. It had Hugh Jackman in it. Like from when I say it was from 04?
2003.
2003. So,
13 years ago.
it was good. It's like not on my top 25 list, but it was entertaining. And then what did we watch together?
Hocus Pocus.
So
Had you seen this before?
I had only seen parts of it. I hadn't seen the whole thing. So this is from 1993. And according to the IMDb trivia, it was supposed to be a Disney Channel movie, but the powers that be thought it was good enough to make it into a feature film. So it was, if you have not seen it, it's very cheesy, but it was cute.
With a very young Sean Murray.
Oh my gosh, from NCIS.
Very young.
23 years ago. Very young. Yeah. I think my favorite parts were the singing. Because you got Bette Midler. You have to have singing.
Is it Bet or Betty?
Bette.
Oh.
So we watched that. We finished rewatching season 2 of Fringe. There was the musical episode.
Yeah. They could have made it more musical.
They could have. Well, and yeah, again, we IMDb'd it and found out that 2 of the actors that did not sing are actually Broadway musical people.
Yes, Blair Brown, who plays Nina, and Michael Cerveris, who plays September.
The Observer. They have both been on Broadway.
Yeah, I knew Michael Cerveris because he's in Fun Home, but I didn't know Blair Brown.
Yeah, he's won Tonys. So,
Nope, Blair Brown, who plays Nina. I didn't know Blair Brown.
No, I was talking about Michael Cerveris has won Tonys.
Oh. I knew that.
I did not realize that. So, yeah. And then we watched the 2-part Other Side.
Poor Olivia.
So Olivia has taken her place and nobody knows. And she...
Well, didn't Peter find it kind of suspicious that she just ran off when they got back to their universe? And he wasn't, and she wasn't there at the lab with them when they were eating cake and pie.
Maybe she had to go check on her sister and niece.
But Rachel wasn't there. Where did they go?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
Besides, Olivia wouldn't know that Rachel and Ella were there. Or should have been there.
No, Olivia told her about them.
Yeah, but Olivia didn't tell her that they were staying with her.
Oh, not that we saw on screen. No, she didn't. Sorry, I had dropped a strand of the yarn. Yeah.
And now it's gonna be in the first episodes of season 3 until we get real Olivia back. We're just gonna be like, why can't you notice it's not really Olivia?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And so we're rewatching season 3 of Gilmore Girls. We got Lorelai's birthday episode. We got Lorelai fighting with her parents because of the money thing episode.
That's the same as the birthday episode.
Oh, it is the birthday episode. That's right. What else did we watch?
Paris didn't get into Harvard.
Oh, and her that classic Paris Geller moment. We also watched The Inn when it burned.
Pose and Fire.
Yeah, Pose and Fire. So the next episode that we have...
And The Party. Where Jess and Dean got into a fight.
Oh, that party. I was like, what? Yeah, because Lane's band performed for the first time.
Lane got drunk.
Lane did get drunk. The next episode is the one where Fran dies. And so now they can buy the inn. Yeah. We're getting close to the end of season 3. So I think we just have maybe like 3 or 4 episodes left, maybe. So. And then the Hubs and I are rewatching season 5 of Numbers. Charlie is feeling very guilty because of his brother getting stabbed, because he didn't mathematically calculate that there was a 5th person, but he couldn't have known. So he's kind of went over the top trying to solve every crime. So, but now, yeah. What's Charlie's girlfriend's name? Amita. Amita has been kidnapped.
Oh, no.
That's where the Hubs and I left it, so hopefully we'll get to watch that next episode tonight, because they've got to save Amita. And then we're watching season 14 of NCIS, and I'm still not feeling the team dynamic. I don't like how they have the desks laid out.
Give it time. Give it time.
I don't like
Give it time.
I don't like it.
Give it time.
Why don't you talk about the next thing?
We are watching season 2 of Blind Spot. So, Wally has Sandstorm been watching Welder for about a lot of time. This time.
Since he was like in military school.
A young police cadet.
Yes.
And what? This sentence makes no sense.
No, it does. The lake poisoning is the beginning reason for Sandstorm.
Reason for what?
For Sandstorm coming about.
Oh.
Because the lake was poisoned and it caused harm to all those people. It made sense.
Okay.
And why don't you talk about the next one too?
And we're watching season 12 of Criminal Minds with JJ telling Will about the case. We hadn't seen Will in a while.
I know.
Or the kiddos.
And they're
The
really,
kiddos.
what's her name?
What?
What's JJ's real name?
AJ Cook?
Yes, they're her real kids.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say. So.
But they're not the actor who plays Will's kids.
No. They're her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're watching season 4 of The Blacklist. Who has Mr. Kaplan? And is like...
I hope it's a good person.
I don't know if it will
They
be
have
or
a
not.
dog.
They do have a dog.
It looked like a nice dog, so... Nice dog, nice person.
Yes, she's being dragged through the woods, but on a,
I don't know what it's called.
What are they called?
The thing you use to rescue people.
It's not a stretcher, but that's...
It's a makeshift stretcher.
Yes, there we go. And then and then also Lizzie's father wanted her because he needs a biological bone marrow transplant because of the disease he has, a genetic disease he has. And he doesn't have Lizzie, but he has her daughter. It's not good at all.
That's it.
That's it, because we only have TV since Wednesday to tell you about. So, we have a couple CALs to talk about, so let's move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our September, October, November Artistic Autumnal CAL.
That's right. So this started on the 1st of September, and it runs through the 30th of November. It's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to autumn. If you can't think of anything, your fallback is?
Your fallback. Your fallback. Your fall back. Because it's in the fall. You made it in the autumn. You were not getting my joke.
No, I was not getting your joke. Sorry. No whips are allowed. You have to start your project September 1st or later and finish it by the 30th of November. Feel free to poly dip in other cows as long as you meet the rules. That's totally fine with us. We have lots of lovely prizes that are on our screen right now. If you would like to know more about them, you can tune in to the first podcast of every month, or you can go on to our website,
GeekyGirlsKnit.com,
and see them all, see photos and everything. And a huge thank you to our sponsors, because y'all are awesome and you make cows even more fun with all the lovely prizes. Every project you finish and post in the FO thread counts as one entry into the giveaways. You must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. The tag is hashtag GGK Autumnal 16. We'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of December, and winners will be drawn on the next podcast after that. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize. That is the rule for all of our prizes and cows. You have 30 days to claim your prize. And very sadly, we had 4 prizes from the summer cow that were not claimed. And the 30 days have passed. So, if you enter into a prize drawing or a cow, make sure you tune in so that you can claim your prize, because we really want to give it to you. So those prizes will go back into our box and be used for another cow. There is a chatter thread in our group on Ravelry.
No whips. You didn't say no whips.
Yes, I did. I said no whips.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I don't remember you saying you have to start your project September 1st or later.
I did.
I don't remember this.
We'll rewind. I did. I said it. I said it just before poly dipping.
Okay. Why don't I tell you who finished projects this week?
Yeah, because that's everything other than who's finished projects in the last 4 days.
A1 Darwin, AA Lauzon, Allison Roseboom, Asteride, Auntie Knits-A-Lot, Celeste, Crafty Textile Lady, Crazy Knitting Fool, Gracieless, Ingarid Stoka, Knit Crazy Kate, Piper's Mom, Shirley Marley, S. Keeling, Sylvia 1002, Taby S80, VVFB, Tia 2123, VT Kimmy Kim, and Yarn Taxi Driver.
Yay!
Yay.
Great job, everybody. So continue working on those projects. You have a little over a month and a half to get them done. All right, let's talk about another cow.
And now we're going to talk about our 52 weeks of charity cow.
Yes, so this is a cow that started on the 1st of January and it runs through the 31st of December. It's for any projects you knit, crochet, or weave that you donate to charity. So to be eligible for prizes, you have to complete 52 items over the course of 2016. You don't necessarily have to do one a week, but 52 total. No whips are allowed, but feel free to poly dip in other cows. So prizes. Why don't you tell us the prizes?
Okay. A skein of West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the Hollyberry colorway. And for every 7 people who complete 52 items in 2016, a skein of West Yorkshire Spinners yarn will be given away using a random number draw.
Yep.
And a Bernay Coral Pom-Pom and Lion and Black Cat Pom-Pom from Catherine, who is Tia and Cat, and Mary, who is Jam and Knit, donated 3 single patterns from her Ravelry pattern store.
That's right. So far we have 4 people who have completed 52 items, but we have several others that are on track to have 52 by the end of the year. So great job. So the way that you post for this cow is when you complete your first item, you start a post in the FO thread, and then for every subsequent item you finish, you edit that post so that you'll have all 52 items in one post. There is an example in the second post of the FO thread.
Be sure to add your total to the top of the post.
Yes, because that just makes my life easier when I'm adding up how many that we finish every month. I'll tell you that number in a minute. You can donate your FOs to any charity you choose, whether it's a group in your area, a national charity. If you don't have a place you want to, if you don't have a place to donate, you can send them to us and we'll make a donation to Knit for Peace. Except for the preemie hats will be donated to Preemies UK. So, you must be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. The hashtag is GGK 52 WOC CAL 16. So Geeky Girls Knit 52 weeks of charity CAL 16. We'll lock the thread the morning of the 1st of January and draw for winners on the next podcast. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize. There is a chatter thread in the Ravelry group. And drum roll, since the beginning of the year, we have completed 848 items for charity.
Ooh.
I think we can hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's do it, you guys. 1,000 by the end of the year. That would be so awesome. So keep working on those charity items. We talk about the charity cowl on the second podcast of the month, like we're doing right now. But there's always details in the Ravelry group about it. So, all right, I think we're ready for their next segment. So let's move on.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
That's right. So what is this week's question, Abby?
This week's question comes from Mandy, who is Knitosaurus from Florida. You ladies are fans of all the sci-fis. Have you ever thought of creating a pattern inspired by Star Trek or Wars? What about you?
Yes.
Yes.
I just haven't done it because I don't have enough hours in the day. I'm sorry, I'm picking up a drop stitch. Yeah, I would like to. I just haven't had a chance to do it. What about you?
Yes.
You would like to?
Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of thing are you thinking? Are you thinking Star Wars or Star Trek?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Are you thinking socks or something else?
I don't know. I just said I'd like to. I didn't say I have a pattern fully envisioned. Do you?
I don't think I have one fully envisioned. Oh, I just had a thought. I can't tell you though because it's a secret. For Star Trek, I have an idea.
Okay. There's your answer.
One of these days, we will do our best. We just need a time turner so that we can design everything we want to design. So I hope we answered your question, Mandy. Hopefully one of these days we'll get around to it. So, Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
You should go to the Ask the Geeky Girls side in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right, and we tend to answer them in order of asking unless it's a time-sensitive one. All right, let's move on to the next segment. And we're to the end of the show.
Yep.
I don't think it was as long as last week's.
No.
No, I think we did good. So, obviously, since we are recording this on Sunday and it's going live on Monday the 10th, that is this week's episode. So you won't get another episode this week on Thursday because we're going away on holiday. We are going to a surprise place. Dammy doesn't know, or maybe she does, but I haven't told her. And then from there, we are going to my bestie's house and having a birthday celebration with them. So we'll return to our regular recording schedule next week. So episode 214 will be recorded on Wednesday the 19th and will be live on Thursday the 20th. So it'll be about a week and a half between episodes. But that's why we recorded this short one for you to tide you over. And you can watch for posts on Instagram and Facebook because I'm sure we'll be sharing photos and maybe video. I'm hoping to record some video in the surprise place. and I think y'all would enjoy it. So yeah, so no episode this week, this Thursday. Next Thursday, the 20th, will be the next new episode after this one. Yeah. I think that's all the announcements, other than if you, well, first we'd like to say thank you to our Patreon sponsors. We love you guys a lot. You all are awesome. We appreciate your support. So if you would like to support the podcast, there's 3 main ways you can do it. First up is Patreon, which is a way you can support your favorite creative people by pledging a certain amount each month. And there are rewards levels. And I just did the rewards this week. I'm actually going to post some of them out in the post tomorrow. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsnit.
Why don't you tell them about the next one?
Or if you'd like to make a one-time donation, there is a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website.
And also on our website, you can click through to amazon.com or .co.uk, and they will give us a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to help us pay for shipping prices, because that is what most of that money goes for. And thank you to those of you who shop on Amazon after clicking through our website, because it really helps. So if you would like to do the PayPal donation or click through to Amazon, go to
geekygirlsnit.com.
That's right. All right. Well, then why don't you tell them where they can find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnit.com. There are the links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
That's right. So with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope you have a lovely week and a half ahead, and we will be back with you on Thursday the 20th. And happy knitting, and yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
So Naomi, where are we? Where are we, Naomi?
And what is that? A coffee shop.
Okay, so should we start over here with the hubs to tell us what he has? Oh, the hubs. What are you having?
These are called the plain, I think.
Yes.
Okay. They're plain, just like I am. We'll see what they're supposed to have something in them.
No, I don't think those ones do.
Oh, they don't?
But they're plain.
Oh yes, they're plain. They're empty. They're just a donut with a lot of sugar.
Is it good?
It's very good.
Let's go.
This is a Nutella tray bake.
Nutella tray bake.
Yes. This is an almond and honey donut.
Almond and honey.
This is a
Cranakin. You have to be like Cranakin.
and that's raspberry jam.
Raspberry jam. And where are we at in like the city?
Market Street.
Yeah, we're under the North Bridge. Okay, we're gonna eat donuts and drink mochas now. Say goodbye.
Bye.
So Danny, we now need to do a review of the donuts that you just explained to them what we are having. So because I'm putting this right at the end, because we're home already. It's been hours now. Not a lot of hours. Like 4. 2. I was thinking it's getting close to 1400. Sorry. It's been like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So, what did you think of the donuts?
I liked them.
Okay, I did too.
I saw ones that they had like a chocolate and lavender one,
Oh,
and
that
that
would've
looked
been
really
good.
good, but they didn't have one of those. But I did like the almond and honey one.
That one was good. I think my favorite was the
Cranakin.
Cranakin. Oh, and hold on, let me move the show notes, because I actually
Cranakin.
Wikipedia'd Cranakin to tell you about it.
It's not Baba Boudin's, it's just Baba Boudin.
I'm sorry. I didn't actually put it in the show notes. I just wrote down a note for ourselves. So this Chronican is a traditional Scottish dessert. It's made from a mixture of whipped cream, whiskey, honey, fresh raspberries, and toasted oatmeal. And it was yummy.
So wait, does that mean I had whiskey?
But it was like, it probably was like,
Cooked out?
yeah, kind of like
Like when champagne is used in things.
or
and
wine. Yeah,
We had wine today.
we did have wine as we took communion at church, as we do every Sunday. You're making it sound like we just like, we went and had donuts and then we had wine.
We have wine glasses.
We do have wine, guys.
Once we had cordial in wine glasses and it looked like we were having wine.
I know we did that on the podcast.
I
It was-
know.
Okay.
Throwback Thursday.
That was a long time ago. Probably fairly early after we first got here. It's been
Okay,
years.
that's what we thought about the donuts.
Okay. So, and how was the mocha?
It was good.
The designs on the top are pretty. I have some photos that
I
I'm
took
putting
a
in.
picture.
Okay, well then I need it because I took photos and I'll put them in right now as we're talking. Fun. So, if you're in Edinburgh, you should go to the Arches, which is near Waverley Station, and have donuts and coffee at Baba Boudin. Alright, we'll see y'all in about a week and a half. Bye.